Alright, guys, I've arrived out of the smoke. Yee. Can you not see me? Yee. Yee. Inbound. That just jump scared me. Alright, time to get out of the bush. So, thing is, I do have animal company. I try to post videos, but they don't have like a live camera like this one. Yeah, they haven't updated the little wrapper. But thing is, I do play, and I'm trying to fix the audio issue with my Oculus whenever I record on it. So I'm gonna tell you what happened. And this is take 2. So yeah, I tried to do that one, but it went above 15 minutes. And the thing is, I have a temper, and whenever this temper goes off, I get really angry, and I might curse under my breath on videos. But a lot of times I don't. I try to keep it family friendly. I have about 100 temper bottles, and I bottle up my temper in there. And if someone makes me really mad, I smash 50 of them into little pieces. Like the temper bottle smashes itself like a crusher. And thing is, whenever they do this, I hate it. Let's say little tiny Doug right here started cursing me out and being really mean and toxic. That kind of breaks one of my temper bottles, and whenever that happens, I get really mad. And I hate when this happens, and I try not to do it, but yeah. What the? I didn't. I was wondering what Dougie boy was over there, looking at me weird. Where did Doug go? Huh? Yeah, Doug disappeared. I don't know why. But, yeah. I have 100 temper bottles. And an animal company, they released their newest update, which is where I'm going to start moving and talking, if you don't mind. But it's where, pretty much, you'll be able to, have, mechanical arms, which give you 4 arms, an advantage. And you can put them in, your hip slot. And if you put one in your hip slot, they can grab stuff. And I decided to grab all the other arms and start making, this mechanical tentacle. I'm going to call it mechanical for short. I'm going to call it MT for short, by the way, if you were wondering. And I'm going to be playing meanwhile I do this. So the thing is, the MT would literally kind of, as I say, I have 200 tip points. The thing is, it would kind of go crazy. I couldn't really control it, it would just go crazy. I'm not joking. And it was kind of funny. And thing is, whenever that would happen, I kind of would go crazy. But back to what I was saying. I tested this out in a lobby with some of my friends. And I showed them what I made. And it was kind of laggy. For them, is a little bit of lag. So their normal thing, which would be like this, or I can wall climb on here, would be about 120 hertz for it. Me and my friends, let's say that. And it'd be their FPS is 120. That's what we're gonna say. I don't really know, but it just -1, and it was a little bit laggy. They could tell, but only minused a little bit. And thing is, one of them said, "What happens whenever you move your?" Oh, there you guys are. What happens whenever you do your arm like this? Well, the thing is, I had it on this arm, right here, and I would move it, and I could float with it. If I did this, I would start flying across the map. And I decided to do this, and everyone lagged out. And then they said, we were on a call, of course. You know what they said? They said they were banned for a month. And thing is, it lagged them so hard, the game thought they were cheating. So, I decided never to build this thing, unless I wanted to show an entire lobby. So I decided to build it because a lobby wanted me to build it. And I asked everyone, do you want me to build a giant MT, which I call it for short because I don't want to say mechanical tentacle thingy thing every single time. So they decided they should. This guy saw my bag and he saw me pouring all of the mechanical arms out of it, and I started building with it. I had one on my hip slot and I made it in a line. I clicked my button, my grip button, and poof, they were all on the arm. Thing is, after this happened, a guy thought there should be some good loot in that large bag of his. And know what he just decided? He decided, oh, I should probably try to take it. And if you don't know, there's like a remote in the game where you could like click things on, like boop, and it automatically click this little, it shoot this little thing on there, and you can control it. And you can open the bag up with it, of course. Kind of like, you know, cool and stuff, but yet kind of bad. Because if someone has, let's say someone has really good loot, and I attach it on because I want the really good loot, and I tell them to look up, I'll automatically open it. And I would never do this. Totally. Oh, my controller, it almost fell off. But thing is, I would totally not do this. And if I did do this, it'd be to get revenge for, like, you know, people. But I would not do this. And the guy, no, he decided to do, he decided he should do that to me. So I had nothing in the bag at the time, thank goodness. But he told me to look up. I was like, okay, because I knew his plan at all times. And it opened, and he was like, oh, I'm going to steal your stuff. And I was like, I knew the entire thing. And I have your name now, and I'm going to escalate this if you don't leave the lobby right now. And he was like, oh, God. And I'd been recording at the time, and I didn't have, like, it's only because, like, I was accidentally recording, thank God. But I was, like, accidentally recording something or something. And I didn't mean to because I was trying to open my browser. If you open your browser on your VR and put in any type of music and close your menu, it'll keep playing the music. So that's what I was trying to do, but I didn't recognize the noise of me recording on my Quest. So the thing is, I didn't know I was actually recording. So I checked it out and I was like, oh my gosh, I was actually recording. So this green dude, that's what I'm going to call him, green dude decided, oh God, I'm going to run. But before he did run, I said for everyone to hear, I would escalate things very quickly. And if you don't know what I mean, the banning method with the MT. And thing is, the MT can ban, like I just said, it banned all my friends for a month. So I warned him about it, and he was like, I bet you won't. And I started like moving my hand, and he saw it starting to lag really bad. Once I started kind of moving my hand pretty fast, he was like, okay, I'm gone. And he rushed to leave the lobby before I could, like, start, you know, forcing him to leave by getting him banned. But, I would not recommend building this. People might notice it and be like, he's going to crash our games! And you might get reported. I hope you do not. But if you do build this, make sure it's in a private lobby. Because after you do a bunch, it starts to lag really bad. And sometimes it gets really glitchy. I wouldn't recommend. But thing is, I would recommend doing like a few, not like too much, maybe like 18. Like, if that's the max that I'd recommend. If you're not in a private lobby. But thing is, after this, something happened. What was that noise? Alright, no one joined. Thank goodness. I thought someone joined for a minute. But thank goodness. You know, thank goodness. I had it on recording because this other guy heard me. Like, I sent out a thing, and the guy kind of broke my temper a little bit. But I said, everyone heard me say I would escalate, and then people started asking me, what would mean that you escalate? And I said, I told them everything about my friends getting banned for a month with the MT thing, and they understood the entire thing. They asked me about my friends. Why would I get them banned? Thing is, I didn't know it'd get them banned. They asked me to do what happens whenever I do it, and I said it might get a little laggy to them. And they were like, okay. But this one red guy, he was like a monkey skeleton guy, and he started saying, well, I'm gonna report everyone in the lobby. And I told the entire lobby that, I had temper at that point, and I was kind of in a bad mood. So I said I would escalate. Ended up, he wouldn't back down. So everyone tried to warn him, and then I started shaking the MT around really, kind of light, and it still lagged really bad. And so the thing is, I had to do it. I warned everyone to get out of the lobby. Everyone did, and he was like, you're faking. So I started turning it really hard, and then poof, I saw my game crash, and his game crashed. And on the banned list, it showed his name tag. And I am glad I did that because everyone hated him. And yeah, that's probably going to be the end of this. And I hope you like my story that I told you guys. See you later, and have a nice day. And goodbye. Yellow tape. It's good. See you later.